Alright. Okay, I'm no Matthew McConaughey, but you know what this means. The Movie Guys 17 Movie Awards for 2014. Now, this is part 2, so if you are not caught up and you haven't seen part 1, where have you been? No, I'm just kidding, but seriously. Go watch part 1 before you watch this. So, this is part 2, in which I'll also do another 5 categories from the world of movies this year. So what gets the first award, whatever you want to call this, for the year? And my personal favorite category, Best Nicolas Cage Performance of the Year. Now, it's no secret, Nicolas Cage is not the best actor out there. But boy is he fun to watch. Did you know Nicolas Cage has more Academy Award wins than Leonardo DiCaprio? Just let that sink in for a second. Yeah, that's good, isn't it? So, what performance of Nicolas Cage has stood out this year? Oh, you could say he was left behind out of this year's award races. Oh, Left Behind was definitely his good party this year. Oh, Left Behind was so laughably bad, but Nicolas Cage himself made the movie one of the best comedies in my mind for so many reasons. It's not even a funny movie, but they try and make it. And Nicolas Cage was awesomely bad in it. I've not had that much fun with Nicolas Cage since The Wicker Man.
Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees!
No more bees. But yeah, Nicolas Cage, go back to acting in real movies, please. Now, back to the realm of a little more serious and pressing, more important matters. Which superheroes were awesome this year? More importantly, which superhero made himself recognizable and stood out the most this year? That is, plain and simply, Captain America. Before this year, I'll be perfectly honest, I did not like Captain America. I thought he was utterly the most pointless character besides Hawkeye. Hawkeye's not good. He's a pointless character. But my biggest complaint about Captain America was that he himself was nothing special. And so I got a little bit excited for Captain America the Winter Soldier when they said he would be working with some other people. He'd be working with Black Widow, and he'd be working with Falcon, who, if I was giving out an award for Best Breakout Marvel Character, I would probably still give it to the Guardians, but Falcon would be a nice runner-up, because Falcon was awesome. Anthony Mackie still proves to be one of the most underrated actors in the business today. Thank you, sir. But Captain America, he really stood out on his own. First Captain America, I thought you were just a dude on steroids. Avengers, I thought you were a dude just wrapped in an American flag, there to lead people, which, that brings me to a positive about the character. On his own, Captain America really is nothing special. He's just an average hero. What makes him special, and what would I argue would be his superpower, is his leadership skills. He is at his best when leading others and inspiring them, kind of like what Superman should be when he's not... Oh, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Man of Steel by now. He became his own character. He adapted to the modern day well. So you did the impossible, Russo brothers, and you made me actually like Captain America. So good job for you. This one's for you. Good luck on Infinity Wars Part 1 and 2. Don't screw it up. Or else, well, you know what we'll call you? DC. 2014 was good, but what can we look forward to for 2015? That's right. What was the best trailer that came out this year? By the numbers, actually the most viewed trailer of 2014 was 50 Shades of Grey. That is by no means going to be the highest grossing movie of next year. Realistically, in my mind, the best trailer of 2014 is easy to see. Star Wars The Force Awakens. No, I don't care what you say, Kim Kardashian. Star Wars trailer broke the internet. This brought back so much childhood nostalgia. It had everything. It really brought you back to that classic Star Wars feel. Now granted, it didn't show you that much about the story. I give credit for the Avengers trailer for having more of what the tone, what the story of the film will be, more so than Star Wars. Plus, Avengers scared the rap at me with that Ultron voice. But Star Wars what got people excited for Star Wars again, which is a big feat to do after the disappointment that was the prequels. So, Star Wars The Force Awakens, guy who cut the trailer, good job, because heaven knows the editors don't get nearly enough credit in the film industry. And J.J. Abrams, please don't make a Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, or Revenge of the Sith. Make a good Star Wars movie, and I know you will. Which, the next category, moves us to movies you may have missed this year, with what was the best film that you probably didn't see. Now, there are several that we could probably go with here. The top three that I went with were The Equalizer, Edge of Tomorrow, and John Wick. Now, of all of those three, I'm going to have to go with Edge of Tomorrow. Edge of Tomorrow is one of those few movies that it tanked in that opening weekend and really didn't have good numbers. But as the film was still out, instead of the numbers going down rapidly, it stayed about steady. The news of the film kept getting out and people were finding out how good it was. Tom Cruise was actually surprisingly good and not totally insane. Who would have thought? But it surprised a lot of people. It was Groundhog's Day with guns. And it was a creative new action film. And yes, the marketing team really screwed over the rest of the movie by naming it Edge of Tomorrow. Face it, guys, that's not the most entertaining movie title in the world. Then you botched it up even more by renaming the movie Live, Die, Repeat when it releases on DVD? Come on! But really, guys, this is a great movie and I highly recommend you to check it out on DVD. So, what is the final category for the year? Best Film of the Year. Now, I may have to put a disclaimer that I did not see every movie that came out this year, contrary to popular belief. I don't have time for that, but of all the films that I did see this year, the best one, by far, was X-Men Days of Future Past. Now, I know there's a lot of really good indie movies that came out this year that deserve an honorable mention too. Birdman, Boyhood, and a few others that really caused a big buzz. But the problem was I was not able to see those because they were only available in select theaters, and there was no theaters near me that was playing them. I would like to also acknowledge the other nominees with Captain America the Winter Soldier and Gone Girl. Both of those were fantastic. But what made X-Men stand out the most was the story, the characters, and the action. The characters, I liked but never loved the X-Men movies. But this one, this was the best one to date because it knew what it had to be and it did it. X-Men has had some bad movies. Thank you, Last Stand. You should have been the end. Hence The Last Stand. Or dare I even bring up the Deadpool debacle of X-Men Origins Wolverine. But they brought back Bryan Singer, who directed the first two X-Men movies, and he delivered one of the best superhero films I've ever seen. Generally, superhero films have somewhat cheesy dialogue, and to a certain extent that's present in this film. But this is one of the first superhero movies that I actually sympathized with the characters. Professor X was a broken man, and I liked seeing that. We put Professor X on this pedestal, but he's still human, and he had those rough patches when he was younger. And it was nice to see Wolverine not steal the show from everyone else. He's still very much present. But this is definitely young Charles Xavier's show. Definitely Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique's show. As well as a little bit of Hugh Jackman. Overall, it's a very well-balanced and entertaining film. Overall, I'd give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. Just because I'm very stingy about what gets 9s or 10s. So, what did you guys think? Any categories you think I missed? Any absolute stinkers that you would have liked me to address? Or do you have some differing opinions? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you like what you see and you want to see more, go to facebook.com/movieguy17 or Twitter @nmovieguy17. And the last award of the evening, for you guys, for being such awesome fans. Stay sharp, movie guys and gals.